Okay, in today's game plan we're going to take a look at the split step and how we use that to start our movement. Now got Zach Alexander, he's about to strike the ball, and Cam White. Watch Cam White. We're going to watch the non-striker on every single hit, of this rally. So watch Cam's feet. So currently his feet are around about shoulder width. As Zach strikes the ball now, Cam jumps in the air. So see, he's in the air as he strikes the ball. So what he's done is he's worked out the two most directions that he can get knocked around. Now in this situation here, Cam is really quick, really fast in this way and that way, because that's the way his body works best side to side. Now if he was to go back this way, it's nowhere near as fast, and up this way it's nowhere near as fast, but he can arc his movements to go forward and so on. Now the most likely thing that's going to knock him around is the drive down the wall and the boast, and so that's why he's it that way. Now there's no mistake that he's 45 degrees in the center here, and that's generally just where he'll be at 45 degrees, so he can go up to the front, which is this way up here. So he can go up here, or he can cut back here without too much trouble, and that's the direction of most strength in his body. So he's split, he's landed, so he's jumped when Zach has hit, he's landed, and what happens now, see all these weights going on his outside foot. Now his outside foot being this foot, because if you want to go this way, sorry, that should have been an arrow, if you want to go this way, basically what you'll do is you'll go and push off that outside foot. So there, see all the weight goes off his outside foot. Now the reason is because he's got his body, he's got the angle of that leg, he can really work against it. So it's his skeleton doing most of the work rather than his muscles. So he's not actually turning and running, he's actually leaning and dropping his body, and his body motion will just go back that way without using any muscle strength really, or very minimal muscle strength. So the few things that are really important here, and we'll go through it all here. See, Zach once again will go here, and he will jump in the air when Cam hits. Cam hits now, he jumps in the air and he splits his feet wider than his shoulders. That's the other thing I want to show you. Okay, so we put Zach 1 foot straight up here, 1 foot straight up here, and his shoulders are basically back in here. Okay, so what happens is you need to get your foot wider than your shoulders, because then you can use your outside foot to actually move. Once again, just so you know, he's relatively at 45 degrees, but a little bit more open to go and the side on movement, so he's not giving Cam the option, or doesn't believe he's going to play a boast too much really. He's not covering the short shots that well, and off it goes down the wall. Cam comes back in. Now this is a little bit different because you see Cam's just jumped and landed. He's jumped really early because Zach's changed the timing of what he's doing, and he's stopped, and he's realised that he's going soft or slow because he held his shot a little bit. Now here's a different type of split step which you've probably not seen that often, and Cam's going to push his feet this way. Now this makes no difference in that he needs to go forward fast. 1 foot is back here, the other foot is back here. Once again his shoulders are inboard of his body, and that gives him the ability to go and push this leg back there and get drive off that leg. Okay, so that split step, which is a little bit of a different type of split step, not your traditional split step if you like. And I'll go back just even a tad further, because we'll see that two little jumps that Cam did. Okay, so the ball goes down the wall. See, Cam now jumps here and lands, and Zach has held his shot and not hit. So now Cam's got to do some stuff with his feet. He's got to get his feet out again. So he's got to try and get his feet out wide. So he's trying to work out. Now he's jumping, and he's just worked out. So instead of splitting his legs wide, he's going, that's a soft shot, I've got to go forward, feet go that way. And that's a bit of an abnormal movement, but it's giving him the drive straight away. You watch how quickly he gets there. Like, he got there easy. So he got there really quite simply. Zach once again has just gone and jumped in the air when Cam hits, so he's hitting right now, and landed. Now he thinks he's going to have to go short because he was watching the boast and everything, so he's really ready to go short. You can tell by the angle of his feet, and now he'll probably reposition his back foot or his right foot. No, sorry, across. He's gone straight with a shuffle looking for the volley, and so watch Cam's feet as Zach he's about to, so Cam's jumping now. Jumping as Zach hits, so there's a point of impact. Cam's still in the air and lands, so he would have had to work out whether he had to cover it short or not. Now Zach from here, as Cam hits, in the air, splits his legs, and once again works on trying to move forward, which is a really important thing, keep your body motion forward. Cam will now jump in the air as Zach hits, lands his feet wider than his shoulders so he can work out which way to go, and he's going to have to do a bit of work, so he's got to recalculate that one. He's gone too wide and now he's got to try and get some forward body motion. He's going to reach and just put it in. Now this is what happens when you get it wrong. You see, Cam's played quite a good shot because Zach's feet and body position, remember I spoke to you before about being really strong in this direction and this direction for the direction of his body. Watch what happens here when he's got to go forward. So he's got to run forward and his feet are in the total wrong direction. So you watch here. You watch Zach's body. See that motion there? His whole body? That's not a position of strength, a position of comfort, or a position of control with your body. He's really there's no foot back here. Because there's no foot back here, back this way, as in with the 45 degree that way, that he's finding it really difficult to get forward momentum. He's lucky he's got big long legs and he's quite strong, because this work here is just serious work through off that leg right there. That's just massive work. So he's doing some serious work. He's quite lucky Cam's shot wasn't just a little bit tighter. So now he's got all he's got is a flick, because that's all he could use because he was just so much out of position. So Cam's just going to land now, and he's tracking the ball back. Zach's in the air, here we go, in the air and landing as Cam hits. There's Cam in the air once again. So it's just relentlessly the same thing. Every single rally, every single shot, you do the same thing. Zach should be in the air now. No, he's mistimed it because he thought Cam was going to go early, so now he's got to put a second jump in. And there's his jump, and there's his land. See, he split his legs this way, which is 45 degrees, so he could actually cover this way. It's probably that way, and that way was his bet. So he left a little bit open at the front for the drop, and decided to cover the boast and the down the wall drive. And see, it's not a bad shot. He's had to go and split his feet the other way just to go and get that motion back. So instead of going straight across the court, he's chosen to move his leg to get the 45 degrees. So he's moved his leg from here to here to go and get that direction. So now he wants to go across this way, and so that's why his legs have gone that way. So he's got a line between his 2 feet that way, so he can go across to the left. So he's going to cut across there, and here we go. This here, Zach should just land, jumps in the air, and it's a late jump. So he's a little bit late because he's really wary of what was going on, what was going to happen, and he had to work out to cover the short shot. So he's gone and split his body. Now the last thing I want to talk to you about, it's quite a long video, sorry about this one, is the body height. So you see Zach's dropped his body. He's not standing up. This is very important when you're under stress and doing a lot of work. And the reason is because his legs through here are really powerful, and he's still got this shoulders wider going on. So, feet wider than his shoulders. So that foot there and that foot there versus shoulders and shoulders. So he's really got a position of strength, and when you get down low, you've got serious power, takeoff power. And that's what this is. So he's keeping his body down low to move, kept his body down low, which is also for the prep and the whole swing. So he didn't even come up at all. Now he's only just gotten hold of this one because he was in a fair bit of trouble. So he's gotten away with that a little bit here and there. And he's going to land his feet. And there's a bit of interaction here, but that's just how it goes. Comes back. Cam just did a split step there. Watch Zach's feet. Here we go. Jump. There's your split step, and it's another relatively short one. This one's a bit easier to get, still got on the flick. Cam's just split step and landed, got his body down low that we spoke about before as well, and there's the shot there. So he's in control. See, Zach hasn't landed properly, he's still in the air. He's still, and his feet are not in the right direction. And that's why that shot there is good, because what's happening is Zach's feet are this way and this way, and he needs to go up that way. It doesn't add up. That means it's going to take him longer to get there because he's got to arc his movement out, and that's where the problem is, because he couldn't go forward because his feet were in the cross direction. So your feet work on the direction, as I said, you just understand and completely understand. I'll pick any point in the video. How about here? Just get to where there, Cam. Okay, so Cam in this situation here is really strong that way and that way, not so strong up that way or back that way from this situation. But he summed up the options and the potential trouble and hassles that we had for Zach to go anywhere else but down the wall was not going to happen, so he wasn't in too much damage control as far as what he needed to do. So there you go, that's how the body works, that's how your split step works. You get your feet wider than your shoulders. So if you get your feet wider here, these are the rules. There's the shoulders. So feet wider than shoulders. Get yourself nice and low. So you must have bent legs. So this leg is actually bent, by the way. This leg is definitely bent. That gives you a low body. Your hips down. Get your hips down low. Therefore you've got drive off your legs. You don't have to drop down to go and drive off, and you'll find that you'll be able to go really quickly in any direction that you like. You jump in the air when your opponent strikes the ball, you land, don't get your feet too far off the ground, split your feet wide, and then off you go. You'll find it's a really great way to go and get around the court.